This is a Zach Feldman Show replay on ZRadioLive.com.
The website music station Z Radio Live. This is the Zach Feldman Show. Joining me over the phone is an author. She has a new book out called What Does Your Heaven Look Like? Volume 1. It is Davida Coleman. Davida, thanks so much for joining me here on the Zach Feldman Show. How's everything going?
Hello, Zach. Nice speaking with you. Finally.
I know, finally. It feels like it's been forever. We're trying to figure out when we were going to get you on the air. But finally, you're on the air with us here on the website music station Z Radio Live talking about this brand new book. First off, I love the cover. Tell me all about what this book's about.
This book is a book comprised of questions that it asks its reader and compels them to use their imagination about what they visualize their final rest place would look like. So yeah, it takes you on a visual walk through my journey of how I imagine what heaven looks like.
Wow. That's deep and dark as well. First off, when you were thinking about creating this book, what inspired you to even get this idea into perspective?
So COVID had a lot to do with it. It played a big part in it. And as we all sat home feeling helpless, watching the clock tick, watching the year pass, it affecting all of us. I had a loved one pass away from it, as well I had COVID twice.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about the passing of your loved one, though.
Yes, and she gave her life to service in United States Army. Air Force, and she passed away in a hospital with no relatives able to be near her. So that touched me. And then 3 years ago, this year, I had 2 siblings pass from cancer a week and a half apart. And that made me revisit the question of what does heaven look like? Where are my sisters right now? And my mother. And my mom passed 8 years ago. And if I can't talk to them, where are they? I'm going to imagine the most beautiful place for them. And that's how this book came about.
100%. Well, I'm so sorry to hear about your losses. I mean, my family was on the front line too. My wife was on the front line during COVID. She's a respiratory therapist, and dealt with all of this too as well. So I feel you too. And it's hard losing a loved one for sure. But, you kind of put it in perspective in this book, kind of a happy place, when it comes to heaven, and I think it's comforting for those who are scared, first off, of experiencing death, but also, being able to, talk about that subject. I mean, it's a difficult subject to talk about in general.
Yes. So with that being said, a year before I wrote it, I walked around asking that very strange question to all my friends and family. The looks I got, the responses I got were like, Davida, where do you come up with this stuff? And so initially I had wanted and requested people to write stuff down and give it to me so I could put excerpts in the book and give them credit for what theirs looked like. But feedback, I could get it orally, but I could not get anybody to commit to it. So 1 year after the day of thinking about writing it, it took me a year to just sit down and be like, okay, you're going to do this project by yourself, so let's go. And so, again, with me having to create the material and content myself, I wanted it to be an impactful statement, 2, to be positive, 3, to give hope, and 4, to let people know we have to at some point have real conversations in this lifetime about our expectations, So that is all that went into this book.
Well, that's awesome, and I think it's really, really touching that you're able to do that and really put your experience towards it. I mean, you've written also another religious book, as it was in the beginning. So shall it be in the end as well. Another that's more of a collection of poetry though, that you kind of wrote. Were you always like a religious person, or because of COVID did that really impact you to become more religious?
Yes, the answer is yes. My mother had 5 girls. She raised us for the major part of her life as a single parent, and she made sure every Sunday we got up, and if we were well, we were going to church. If we weren't well enough, that meant we weren't well enough to go outside or do any other activity. So in part, yes, we got up and we went to service. I knew early on in life, I had a very strong connection spiritual-wise with God. I know that some people or many people might gravitate more towards spirituality. Whatever may it be that you believe in, my take is it cannot hurt you. It can only strengthen you. So my job as a writer is to, again, just bring the focus back to encourage and be hopeful for people, whatever your belief is or non-belief is.
That's awesome. And, and it's good to be able to include, not only include, one religion, but include all the religions too, as well, because, there's so many people we're all kind of the same in a sense.
Yes. We're all on a journey. We're all here with a mission and a purpose. I know if people don't gravitate to God, I know they gravitate to purpose. I hear so many people as a writer, I don't know what my purpose is. How did you know when your purpose was? Do you know that's your purpose? Are you sure that's your purpose? So we spend a lot of our life talking about purpose, but we spend very little time about where do you think you're going when this is over? Do you think this is it? And if so, what does it look like? Again, bringing that back to the focus.
And I think that's so cool that you're doing that, and it's really inspiring too. Who created the cover for the book?
I did. I'm an artist as well.
I love it. I love it so much. It's so cute. It really is. And with the with the pony and everything, it's awesome. It really is.
Why, thank you. This book here is the first of 3. It is a series. Sometimes in this year, the second volume will be released. I'm writing right now out of a collection that will be named under the header footer of Heaven's Best Collection. So this year, stay tuned for a lot of writing to come forth. From this one project, I've been blessed to be tapped into sources of phenomenal help, including you guys.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, good luck with that. I'm excited to see more about when that comes through. Definitely come back when you have the next volume out. We'd love to talk to you more. But for those who want to find you online and follow the book, where can they go?
I'll be posting up a website within the week, which is called davidaspeaks.com. They will be able to find me that way and go directly to once they click on that and go to be able to find out about me as the author, be able to order whatever products I have out. Also, they can find me on ZulonPress.com or Amazon.com. I'm everywhere.com right now. Thank God. So, yes, it's not hard to find me. If you Google me and put in my name and /author, you'll be able to pull up my work.
Awesome. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on the Zach Feldman Show, talking to us about this, Davida. And seriously, best of luck with everything and best of luck with the brand new book. Again, it's called What Does Your Heaven Look Like? Volume 1. You can get it on Amazon. Davida Coleman, thanks again for joining me here on the Zach Feldman Show.
Thank you so much, Zach. Have a great rest of the day.
You too. The Websy Music Station, Z Radio Live. Back with more Zach Feldman Show right after this.